Funk of Altona has been inducted into a special individual category for umpires in the Manitoba Baseball Hall of Fame. You have a remarkable umpiring record, Wilbert. Over 40 years in all baseball levels, from novice up to senior, and they estimate that you umpired nearly 2,500 games. Wow, that's a lot of action. As you look back, what do you think about it?
Well, when I look back, I never thought that this would happen, but through doing people contacting me and people like Joe Wishart and bringing me in for doing provincials and doing Western. We hosted Westerns and I've done summer games, and I have just tremendously enjoyed it.
73 of those umpiring assignments were done the year you were 73.
Right.
And did people question your eyesight at that stage of life?
No, not really. They often did before that. But I told one person that, when you become, your eyesight goes, you become an umpire.
I remember thinking that too. My right hand and arm was the key to signaling strikes. You lost your right hand in an industrial accident in 1970. So how did you compensate for that?
Well, again, what I did is, if it was a strike, I would still put my arm out.
Okay. And you have a good voice?
I had a good voice. People said when I retired, we really miss your voice, because they could hear me from quite a distance, because I would shout it out
Clearly.
Yes.
Being firm and decisive is a key to good umpiring, they say. What about your philosophy on what it really takes?
My philosophy on umpiring was consistency, also respect for the coaches, players, and spectators, and be a good student of the rules and the integrity of the game.
And you followed that all along all those years?
Yes.
In addition to umpiring, you played minor baseball, and you had about 20 years of playing fastball before your accident. Do you have some good memories of that activity?
Yes, I do. We used to play a lot of tournaments, and I was also a pitcher. And quite often, in those days, they did not count the innings. So I recollect that one time here in Morden, when they had the sports day, which was always on 1st of July, we won the tournament, and that was a very big highlight for me. And that day, I pitched 18 innings.
Wow. That was a busy day for you.
Yes, and my arm was very sore.
I guess so. We've often been asked to compare baseball and fastball. What do you think about the two?
Well, I played fastball, and then I played a few games baseball when the other team, we had a senior team, and when they were short of players, there was a difference of the timing of the ball when it would go up.
Right.
And I played fielder, and it was sometimes difficult, but I started to enjoy that more, because I used to also ump quite a bit in fastball, and when I started umping baseball, the ball came overhand.
Right.
And there was a deception where you had to be careful, whereas in fastball you would more or less the higher height by the armpits was more critical, and this was more critical at the knees.
Yeah. So there are some differences.
Oh, yes.
Obviously.
Yes.
Yeah. Wilbert, what do you think of the caliber of umpiring in the major leagues nowadays?
Well, I watched quite a bit, and I always sort of, because I have been an umpire, I will watch them, and I still think in the regular season that they do now, I don't think they should go to the replay too often. I can see in key games when it comes to the end of the season and the playoffs, they're taking something away from the umpire. That's my
opinion.
yes.
But they want to get it right. I think that's
Yes.
what's behind it all.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Wilbert, you received another special honor in 1988 by being selected as the Citizen of the Year in Altona. Does that give you any special privileges in town?
No.
No free coffee?
No free coffee.
No free meals?
No, and I'm still the same country boy.
But it's an honor nevertheless. And it's
Yes, a big honor.
kind of great to be recognized.
Yes.
As that. Yeah.
Yes.
How about this induction? What does it mean to you to be a member of the Manitoba Baseball Hall of Fame?
Well, I'm very honored, and it just means just that it was a big step forward to receive that.
It's like the icing on the cake for
Yes.
a long career, right?
Yes.
Well, you deserved it, no question about it. Wilbert Fun of Altona, one of the latest members of the Manitoba Baseball Hall of Fame.